Do your best Starscream impersonation. Go.
I am Starscream. No one can mess with me. Oh god, that sounds so bad. I am the magnificent Starscream, and you are pathetic, Megatron. Oh god, that sounds so terrible. Anyways, roll the role play.
Okay, so which one of you is Starscream?
I am Starscream. No, I am Starscream. No, I am Starscream.
Okay, according to the application, he's only 3.5 inches tall.
That would be me, you idiot.
Oh, who said that?
Down here, you nitwit. I'm Starscream.
Oh yeah, you definitely fit the bill, right?
Don't underestimate my power, fool. When I overthrow your precious leader, you'll be the one doing exactly what I say. Now, make me famous.
Great, well, if you come this way, we'll get you ready for the photo shoot.
Step aside, boys. I will show you how it's done.
Hey guys, welcome back. It is Khan. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm the fabulous leader of the Decepti-KHAN army. And today, I have this itty bitty Starscream that I have. And you know what? The funny thing is, we never ever reviewed a Starscream. Oop. So we never ever reviewed a Starscream for the whole month of July. Because as you know, I was reviewing the Masterpiece guys, but I never had Masterpiece Starscream to kind of round out, you know, with the remaining guys that we had. I know this is not the right Starscream from the movie series. I mean, technically I have this version of Starscream. I know it's not the Masterpiece version, but but I do have this version of Starscream sitting on my bookshelf here. He's looking really cute on the bookshelf. But yeah, I don't know if you guys would like me to do a review on this version of Starscream, but he could use a review, right? So say hi to the camera. We're going to be checking out Starscream from the Bumblebee movie, and as you can see, he is really, really small. and I was really aware that he was small because he's core class, but yeah, for a little guy, we're going to see how much he packs a punch. So let's go ahead and dive right in and see what Starscream is all about. All right, let's see how magnificent Starscream is. So let's go ahead and go through his articulation. You can rotate his head left and right, and I did make sure that his head does go all the way around. Yeah, on my copy, his head is a little bit kind of stiff, but he does actually have head rotation. You can rotate his arms all the way around, although his wings do get in the way, so you might have to kind of move them in order for his arms to go all the way around. He does have elbow bend. He can do a T-pose. No hand rotation, nor can you bend his hands. He has no waist rotation. His legs can go back and forth, but again, his wings kind of get in the way, so you might need to move them in order for his legs to go backwards. And yes, I was able to test to see if Starscream can do the splits, and he's able to do the splits. At least he can do that. He does have knee bend. You could rotate his legs. He does have foot rotation, but he has no ankle tilt. And lastly, I probably already have mentioned this, but you can actually move his wings back and forth if you need to make space for his arms and legs. So Starscream's only accessory is like this little gun that he has. It's pretty much the only weapon that he comes with, and you can only really attach it. He's really the only one that can only really wield it, but at least he does actually have a weapon, and you can slot this on either the left or on the right hand. Yeah, when you're done with his gun, there's a little like spot back here. Yeah, there's like a hole in the back where his wings are, and you just basically just slot the gun right here. A little bit unfortunate though that he really can't hold anything. I mean, his hands are really tiny, so you know, I normally do all my weapon testing with all the characters, but unfortunately, because the weapons are just too big, they just don't really fit inside Starscream's hands. So, yeah, I don't really have anything small enough that he can hold, maybe except for a piece of floss, but that's about it. All right, so now that I'm done with the weapon testing, it's time to combine everything that I have learned about Starscream from his articulation and his ability to hold his gun into the photo shoot. So, let's see if I can make Starscream into a supermodel. Dude, this would be really sad if you can't transform it. I mean, like, given like my track record, I mean, anything can happen, right? Yeah, I mean, it's only like 14 steps, so I really don't know like how you could probably mess this up. I've kind of underestimated a couple figures. There's even some where I'm just like, it may be only 6 steps, and I'm like so confused. So I'm like really confused why the instructions want you to start off in his helicopter mode when he's already in robot mode. I don't know. Here are the instructions, and here's the expectation. And here's the result. All right, here's my transformation attempt on Starscream, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but like, he kind of looks a little cute, all right? He's kind of cute in this tiny little jet form. Oh my goodness, it's actually not bad, actually. I actually kind of like it. So this is what Starscream looks like in his vehicle form. I do kind of like that you can still move his gun from down below, so at least you can still kind of move that, and you can also take it off if you really need to. There were 2 kind of areas that I really kind of had a little bit of an issue with, particularly getting that nose, that blue nose at the tip here. Like, I had a really hard time getting this thing out. It's funny because in the earlier section I was talking about like holding a piece of floss, and I literally had to go grab a piece of floss just to dig this stupid nose out. Like, it was really difficult getting this thing out. Like, I don't know. Yeah, so that's kind of one of the issues I kind of had, was just getting this out, and it was kind of like the finishing touch just to finish his vehicle mode. The only other thing was like his arms, and basically like his arms kind of kept popping off a few times while I was trying to get this socketed into position. So it's kind of a minor little thing. It's not like the biggest thing to kind of worry about, but in my experience, I kind of had issues getting his arms kind of lined up. On a 1 to 10 scale, how difficult did you find Starscream? I would kind of say I would give him like a 2 out of 10. I think it was actually kind of easy. I think the only tricky part is just rotating that entire body around. Everything else was actually pretty straightforward, pretty easy, and the instructions were pretty easy to follow. So I would definitely kind of give him a 2 out of 10 on difficulty. I know, it's time to critique Starscream here. Honestly, he's actually kind of fun to fidget around with. I will say that's probably one thing that I do like about him, is that he's kind of a nice little fidget toy, whether you're just fidgeting him with the, in robot mode, or you're tinkering around with him in his alt mode. I think he's kind of a nice little figure to kind of tinker around with in your spare time. I wouldn't say he's like a stress ball or anything, like, like a stress ball if you really wanted to. I am the fabulous leader of the Decepti-KHAN army, so I suppose I do have Starscream literally in the palm of my hands right now, so... What is there to kind of say about Core Class Starscream that I would like to critique on? There's probably only 2 things I only want to critique on, particularly... this might just be my experience, but when I do play around with him, sometimes his limbs do pop off. It's more like the arms. Like, if you kind of play around with the arms too much, as you can see, his arms kind of popped off. And I didn't even apply that much pressure, by the way. I didn't even apply that much pressure. It was more like when you kind of get to a certain point, when you move it around too much, it just kind of pops off like that. Kind of reminds me of my experience with Novocaine and Freezer, like when I first played with them, and then their arms just like kept falling off, and they have 4 of them. And like I said, I think I can rotate them. Uh-oh. I would probably say the second thing is the fact that he really can't hold anything other than just his gun. But, because his hands are really tiny, I don't know what else can you really do with him, Though I think, honestly, his alt mode, though, I would say that's the other thing, too. His alt mode is really strong, though. I do think his alt mode is the strongest part about him. And it's probably one of the best elements about him, too. I can't believe that, like, I'm actually going to comment on the fact that his alt mode is really good. I really do like it. I did forget to mention where I actually bought Starscream. So I actually got him on TF Source. Pretty sure I got him during the summer sale, and that was like the 4 times or 2 times the source points. But if you're a VIP member, you get 4 times the source points with your order, and I'm pretty sure that's where I got him, is during that summer sale, that 4th of July sale on TF Source. Would I recommend Bumblebee Starscream, aka Core Class here? I actually didn't know that there was a Voyager class version of him, and it's kind of pricey. So I suppose if you want a cheaper alternative, he's actually not a bad option. So unfortunately, since I don't have the Voyager class version of him, I can't really kind of do apples to apples comparison. I think as a new collector, I think he does have some value. I think I had a lot of fun with him in the photo shoot, but he's actually not too bad. But I don't know what else can you really do with him other than just, maybe just kind of like just make him a stress ball if you really wanted to. So Yeah, that's all I can really say about this version of Starscream. That takes care of my review on Starscream here, so I'll go ahead and have Starscream wave goodbye here. If you guys like this review, make sure to leave a like, and also subscribe to my channel if you are new, and I shall see you guys on the next episode, alright? So, have a good night, you guys.